Hi, I'm Michael from Orlando Science Center. We are excited to have you join us in the Competition for the Advancement of Technology in Space, or CATS for short. This is Neil, our mission mascot. Isn't he cute? CATS is a NASA-funded competition for 4th and 5th grade students across the United States. Your site is one of the centers that has been selected to participate in this exciting program. Science museums and community-based organizations will team up to bring challenges based on the Artemis moon mission to kids in their regions. Check the CATS website for more information about who else is taking part. Each site will have up to 6 teams of students participating in the Engineering Design Challenge. Each team will come up with their own solution for NASA's Artemis astronauts to establish a lunar colony. That is, a colony on the moon. There are 4 major required components. First, they must have a lunar habitat, a place for astronauts to live, carry out scientific investigations, relax, and more. Second, the astronauts need a way to get around the moon. So, the students will build a lunar rover to help them do just that. Third, the astronauts will need food, more than they can bring with them. They will need to figure out a way to grow their own food in a vertical garden. Fourth, they will also have to power their entire colony using a combination of solar and battery power. They will model this with an LED bulb attached to a paper circuit. Once the teams have built all of these components, it is time to propose their ideas to NASA. They will complete a digital notebook with 1 page per section of the project and include a photo. They will also film a 3 to 5 minute video that you, the facilitator, will help them upload to the CATS portal for the judges to review. You received a materials kit with everything you need to implement our 4 practice lessons, as well as the final project. This includes a printed guide and copies of all student handouts. A complete list of the materials can be found on the CATS website. We will tell you in each lesson's video which materials we suggest using for that part, but the final choice lies with you and your students. Finally, we would like to give you some context for what engineering design challenges are and how they are structured. Our definition of an engineer is a person who uses their knowledge of math and science and their creativity to develop technology. Then, we further define technology as anything created by humans that solves a problem or fulfills a desire. Engineering design challenges, or EDCs, are activities that model how real engineers work through the engineering design process. First, students must ask themselves, what do I need to know in order to complete this challenge? These questions usually fall into one of 3 categories. Questions about criteria center on the requirements given by their teacher or facilitator. In the case of CATS, a student may ask,
what do I have to have in my lunar base?
Questions around constraints are about limits, both natural and teacher imposed. Some common questions include,
what materials can I have today?
Or,
how much time do we have to build today?
Finally, questions around content concern math and science knowledge that students need to make their designs. Examples include,
Mr. Michael, how is gravity different on the moon?
Or,
how did the people get on to the moon?
The next step is to imagine. Each student should be given the opportunity to think of their own creative solutions independently before sharing with peers. This allows them to build confidence and think through their ideas before speaking about them. We like to allow students to explore materials at this time and encourage them to draw or write out at least 2 ideas on paper to help them flesh their ideas out. Coming up with 2 ideas also helps students realize there is more than one viable solution to a problem. After that, it is time to plan. Students share their ideas with their teams and actively listen as ideas are shared with them. This stage sometimes requires facilitator intervention to manage group dynamics. You may have students select roles, so everyone knows what part of the plan to focus on, but it is also perfectly fine for groups to work together without defined jobs. Someone from the team should draw a picture of the group's idea and call a facilitator over to explain the plan. Once the team's plan is in place, it's time for them to create. They can start gathering materials, building, and fine-tuning their design. Some EDCs are structured to have a defined testing period, while others allow continual iteration on the design. The students will succeed either way. The final stage of the engineering design process is to improve. Start by having groups highlight something they did successfully to reach part of the goal, no matter how small. Even, we built something that we thought would work. Then, ask how it could be done better, whether that means more quickly, more reliably, or with fewer materials. There is always room to improve. Student teams will follow all of these steps as they complete their lunar colonies. The questions in their digital notebook will speak to different aspects of the engineering design process. Be sure to reinforce these steps whenever possible. We are excited to have you on board for CATS this year. Watch the other videos on this page for more information on the sample lessons, as well as how they can be integrated into the final project. Have a great day.